Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of TEDXcellence, the show in which I explore my spiritual side through madness. And I come to you live from my Corona bunker on the moon with Dog Cat Fox, a Pepperjack, and all of you. Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday. Trepidatious Thursday, I guess. Sure, why not? It's been a relaxing day, actually. I finished up all my work relatively early, and there was nothing else going on, so I said, you know what? I got some PTO I can spend, so I quote-unquote left work early, which just meant logging out. But of course, at any point in the day, I can get a text message telling me that I need to come back into work, so to speak. So it's a vacation of a kind. And who will be joining me on this day away from work? Why, all of you, including Bastard Beast, hello. Jaeger Pony, hello. Black Belt for Christ, hello. Hammond Beans, hello. Aloysius Fudpucker, hello. Dark Alisle, hello. John Miller, hello. Wade Willison, hello. Mr. Joestar, hello. Richo8181, hello. Absolutely Degenerate, hello. And then I have to jump down a bit. Oh, Point Curation, thank you so much for the donation. That's right. That's right. That one Conservative Satania, hello. Red Chaos Tree, hello. Lady Gopher, hello. Dark Alisle, hello. Keeverdam, hello. Chat jumped again because of course it did. Mr. E, hello. Gulf City, Peterbilt Confederacy, 379, hello. Somnamnul Nation, hello. Anthrax Allen, hello. Check Your Logic, hello. Toku, hello. The gayest person on YouTube, thank you so much. One squirrelless meth tooth, please. Squirrelless meth tooth. I haven't heard that in a while. Oh, stream lore. Zemgoa, hello. Dina B, hello. St. Michael, hello. Crimson Tiger, hello. Brutus, hello. Quinn the Cultist, hello. Lurking Gopher, hello. Couscous, hello. I think that's how I say that. At least that's how I say that. Brian Has Opinions, formerly the Broken Baller, hello. Frosted Glass, hello. Sabian187, hello. Roger Reynolds, hello. Megan Ring, hello. Cats of Sherman, hello. Lady Gopher, thank you so much for the Dog Cat Fox. Big smile. Hi, Dog Cat Fox. Ooh, Dog Cat Fox. Grizzle McThornbody, hello. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Lamented Guide, hello. So what do we have on deck for today? Well, I have no idea. This looks like, again, the title just grabbed me. Identities Worth Sharing, a Healing Ceremony. Is there actually a ceremony in this? I don't know. But I just thought it was an interesting title. It caught my attention, so it succeeded in that regard. It appears to be from the same overall event that the last TEDx was held at. If by the drapery, you shall know them. Also, I forgot to mention the last one. In both the last TEDx and this one, the original recording is in mono. As in, you're only going to be hearing sound out of one of your headphones, essentially. Now, I fixed that in both recordings. So, it's a fact that by watching my show, you get a better quality TEDx than TEDx provides. What does that tell you? I don't know. Deco, hello. Dagger3K, hello. And yeah, so guys, we'll start out with this opening, I don't know, slide. Because when checking the sound at the very beginning of the video, this starts very suddenly. So as soon as I hit play, I believe it starts talking. So I'm going to read this slide for your reference if you're listening to this on the way home or something, because it starts out with this freeze frame, which only lasts for like a second and a half, if I remember correctly. Anyway, it reads this. So I ask myself, am I taking more from this life than my son will be given? Am I taking more from this life than my son will be given? I have no idea what this means in context to the talk, but I wanted to get it out of the way in case it becomes relevant. And, oh, this is a long one. I didn't notice how long it was. Okay, well, we better get started. So, per usual, I'll start off with a few seconds for sound test. You guys tell me if you can hear it, and then we will proceed.
Hello, my name is Andrei Pavin-Vashist.
Andrei evangelist. I obviously screwed that up. Social entrepreneur. Wasn't our last speaker a social entrepreneur? Cross-cultural facilitator. Okay. I have no idea what that means. Let's see. People say it sounds good. Sounds good, says Megan Rings. Good, says Anthrax Allen. Sounds good to me, says absolutely degenerate. All right. So let's see where we go with this, whatever it is.
I am parts passionate activist, professional co-creator, and poetic storyteller.
Passionate activist. That's all I needed to hear. Identities worth sharing. Says you. I suppose I'll judge for myself. Oh, wait. Sorry, 1 second. I got to put on my judgment goggles. Now I'm ready.
Clear mind to think with.
Okay.
Clear eyes to see with.
Right.
Clear ears to hear with.
Mm-hmm.
A clear mouth to speak with.
Ah.
And a clear heart to feel with.
Give me sight beyond sight. Sorry, I know. I'm being insulting. Thank you. This is Kyle. Hello, chat people and scribbles. Hello, Kyle.
May we have the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Okay, now I'm not any kind of, spiritual, cultural expert or anything, but that seemed to be a mixture of a couple of different faith lines of thinking. I'm not gonna dwell on it too much.
Truths we reveal. Truths we conceal.
Uh-huh.
There's so many layers to these truths that we can choose to peel.
Oh, wow. Golly, I thought peel was going to show up there somewhere. I was going to say something like an onion, but okay. Is this a slam poetry session? I can't wait. Thank you, tall person. Hoy, y'all. Can't watch live. We'll watch in full later. Happy National Root Beer Float Day, everybody. Well, to you too, tall person. Root beer is actually one of my sister's favorite drinks. I don't mind root beer, but I don't seek it out. But she's a big fan of root beer. Anyway, fun fact.
Stories are medicine. We can share them and choose to heal.
Okay.
Stories are medicine.
Uh-huh.
I'll share mine.
Okay. I can't wait. I feel sick already. Please scare me.
Prove it's real.
Uh-huh.
Bonjour. Namaste. Hello, my name is André Pavin-Vachiste.
Okay.
And I invite you today into a healing ceremony.
Okay.
And any healing requires medicine. And so today I brought with me sandalwood.
Okay.
One of the medicines of my father's land from South Asia.
Uh-huh.
Has beautiful properties.
Okay.
It can help purify within us and outside of us.
Oh boy, that's a lot to take in. All right, so a healing ceremony. Healing requires medicine. Does it? I mean, it depends on the injury, I suppose. I know. I'm getting literal and very Western, I suppose. But all right.
And if stories are going to be medicine, they also require a seed. Just like this plant had a seed at one point.
Okay.
And those seeds are the truths, sometimes buried deep within us, within our cultures, and our stories.
Right.
And I want to share some of those truths with you today.
You keep saying that. Would you get on with it? I know. I'm impatient. I'm a patient jerk. Oh, Pepper Jack, I think I'm going to need you today more than ever.
And when we nurture those truths, it requires nutrients just like the plant. Love.
Okay. Is this all going to be metaphor? Like that one Star Trek episode?
Courage.
Yeah, okay.
And when these truths emerge, they become a wilderness. We must brave.
Ooh,
It's risk.
Okay.
Preparation.
Yeah.
Faith.
Okay.
And so I want you to imagine that wilderness for a moment. In the backdrop, the mountains.
Okay.
And underneath us, the rocks.
Okay.
And the stones. The ancient ones that have lived there long before us.
The ancient ones? You mean like the ones the one that taught Dr. Strange? The mountains and the trees and the metaphors and the seeds? Or ancient ones like, you don't mean the elder gods, do you?
And flowing from that mountain is a river.
Okay.
That brings us to our present moment where all life flourishes. All the beings that live underneath the soil,
What?
on top of the land,
Yeah.
in the sky, and in the water.
The beans live in the sky. Did you say the beans? Maybe I missed. I'm not going to go back. I'm more than happy to just assume that he said the beans that live in the sky.
Surrounded by trees and plants,
the
fungus, the bacteria, all that life that we cherish.
Yeah,
that river flows into an ocean that could feel like the future. Full of possibility.
Right.
But it's unknown who's there and who will be there before us and after us.
Okay.
And this timeline might seem very linear to you, but I want you to imagine the gift the water gives us.
What?
It rises from that ocean, goes back to the mountains, and creates cycles.
Okay.
And our stories, in our time, repeats itself.
Why?
And I want you to imagine that river for a moment.
No.
With two fish swimming inside.
Two
young fish.
No, I don't
and they're going along their journey, and they bump into an older fish who says, hello.
Yeah.
How's the water?
Yeah.
The two fish look at each other and say, the water's fine. Have a great day.
I don't know what's going on. I can't follow the story. Let's go to the bingo card for a second. The link to the bingo card is in the description if you don't already have yours up. I'm going to be circling free space. I'm going to be circling word salad. And I'm going to be circling leaves out vital context because I have no clue what the heck is going on or why we're doing this. I have a feeling this might not be a very educational show, guys, but man, I am intrigued to see where it goes. Oh, yes, I have to actually hit I changed windows, so I have to hit the right button. There we go.
And they go along their journey.
Yeah. Okay.
And as they continue along, one of them pauses.
Okay.
And reflects.
Uh-huh.
And asks the other fish.
Uh-huh.
What the heck is water?
It's the privilege in which we swim. I've heard the fish metaphor or allegory or whatever a million times now about privilege and everything. Sorry.
And during my journey, I didn't realize the water I was swimming in. The stories that I belonged to. And even when I knew the stories, I didn't know if they belonged to me, like being a boy, being a man, being a student, or being an employee, being a son, a brother, a father.
A mailman, a garbage man, a fireman, an uncle, a cousin. I could go on. Thank you, Megan Ring. It took me watching several of these to realize you were talking about a drink and not just really fond of cheese. Yes, Pepper Jack. 3 parts Dr. Pepper, 1 part Jack Daniels, approximately. I mean, you want to mix it to your personal flavor or taste, but that's a Pepper Jack. And by the way, I have a Pepper Jack t-shirt on my merch store, which I don't think I actually advertise ever because I always forget to. But either way, yes, Pepper Jack is not cheap. Although I do like Pepper Jack cheese. Let me go on. I do like Pepper Jack cheese, but a Pepper Jack is a drink. And I need it today.
A husband, a Canadian, a Torontonian, an Indian, a Quebecois. The list goes on.
Yeah, that's a lot of things that say nothing about who you are. They're just adjectives, effectively. It could mean nothing. You could be the exact same person you are now, and none of those things could mean anything in another dimension, another reality. You know, you might not even care. What does that say about who you are? Okay.
Were these part of my identities?
No. Those are not identities. Your name is an identity. If you choose to turn them into identities, that's a lot to keep a track of. I just got to say.
And recently, I've learned new stories.
Okay.
About colonization.
Oh, God.
About capitalism.
Oh, no.
About patriarchy.
Oh, patriarchy. Oh, boy, patriarchy. Circle that. I haven't circled that on the bingo card in quite a while. Wow, patriarchy. Oh, boy. Thank you, this is Kyle. This dude needs to lay off the herb. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know where we're going. Like a river that is flowing down the mountain of beans with trees and fish. I don't know where we're going. Patriarchy. Oh, boy. I don't have capitalism or colonization on here. Okay, but who knows? I mean, with this many buzzwords coming out at once, here we go.
About individualism and loneliness.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to take this platform of TED, which is about ideas we're spreading.
No, TEDx. TEDx.
We're going to go a little deeper.
Oh, boy.
With identities.
Okay.
With sharing.
I can't wait.
So my story starts with my mom and dad. My dad comes from India.
Your story starts with your mom and dad. You don't say.
My mom from Quebec. They landed in Montreal in the 70s, and they couldn't speak the same language. They're from different cultures.
Yeah.
Yet they found something in common.
Okay.
They love to dance.
Okay.
And so these are the language of their bodies to connect.
I'm sure they did. And that's where your story started, right? Technically, actually, literally. Never mind.
And fall in love.
Yeah.
And in that love, and if you've really been in love, you know that love can lead to heartbreak.
Yes. Well, anyway, even though you haven't gotten to your part yet, this is a family anecdote. So childhood or family anecdote, circling that one. Okay.
My dad got called back into India for an arranged marriage.
Oh.
And after a year, he annulled it and came back to this land, broke tradition to be with my mom and to create a new life.
Well, good for him. That's great. Thank you, Spider-Man. He said list a while back. Did he? And I got sirens in the background. Well, if he said list, but did he make a list? I mean, in a TEDx talk, it's usually something like, I've got 3 points for you on how to solve blah, 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 that kind of thing. Maybe I'm looking for something a bit more explicit, but I'll take arguments later on if you guys want to say otherwise.
And they came to Toronto, and that was where I was born.
Okay.
And so in that story, there's a lot of love and heartbreak.
Great.
My mom, she took me to India for a second time when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
And when I was there, we got stranded in the airport in Mumbai for 24 hours.
Oh my God.
And while I was there as a young boy, 7 years old, I just want to explore what's around me.
Right.
And I ended up outside of the airport on the laneway watching people walking back and forth.
You were people watching in Mumbai at 7. Okay, just want to make sure I get all my facts straight. Okay.
And I saw a young boy, a little younger than me.
Okay.
He seemed poor.
Yeah.
He seemed vulnerable.
You know, were you making assumptions about him because he was poor? I hear that's wearing judgment goggles.
He was asking for help.
Yes.
He was asking for someone to help him.
Yes.
And I seen these two men.
The clock in front of him says 9 minutes, 58 seconds. We are 5 minutes into an 18-minute video. I think he goes over time. I'm just guessing.
Who weren't from that land, travelers, who were walking along. They seemed strong, they seemed able, they seemed confident. And the boy asked him for help.
Yeah.
And one of the men looked at him and rose his hand and struck him down.
Rose his hand. Okay. So this kid was beat. That sucks.
I was heartbroken.
You were?
I was sad.
Okay.
I was confused.
Okay.
I was upset. I was scared.
Okay. You were just a mishmash of various negative emotions. At 7. Okay. And
as that man walked away,
yeah,
I thought, what could I do? I'm just 7 years old.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I had a chocolate bar.
Uh-huh.
And so I thought to myself, I'm just going to give him this chocolate bar.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to make him feel love.
Okay.
And so he was walking in my direction, and my heart started pounding. I was nervous.
Okay.
I was like, what if I talk to him and he becomes humiliated because I saw him get hurt? Or what if I insult him and say the wrong things? He's coming. He's coming.
Okay. You were being a nice kid. Where are we going with this? And by the way, what does any of that have to do with your various identities? Seeing someone in distress, wanting to assist in some way, I mean, basic human compassion. Does anyone who doesn't value or think about or intersect various adjectives of cultural meaning not possess that ability or something?
I said nothing.
What?
And he continues walking.
Oh my God.
Then my heart starts beating stronger now.
Oh no.
Courage starts speaking. Andre, you turn around and you grab him and you tell him what you want to tell him.
That's right, Andre. You turn around, you do that thing.
I took him.
Yeah. You took him? Oh my God. Where's Liam Neeson?
Said hello. He didn't understand what I was saying because we didn't speak the same language. We couldn't understand what we were saying to each other. Yet I took the chocolate bar out. We knew what we were talking about.
Okay, if you say so. Thank you, lamented guide. It's cute that this guy thinks he's being profound. I don't know what he is yet. He has to get to some point or revelation from it. I mean, all of this preamble could be really, really meaningful if he arrives at a point. But I don't know if his river is flowing in that direction.
Love.
Yes.
I gave it to him, and he smiled.
Okay.
And I never forgot the feeling of that smile. It taught me that the courage to love is worth every fear and insecurity. And in hindsight, I also learned about colonialism.
Really? Okay, so you gave a poor, beaten kid a chocolate bar, and that taught you about colonialism. Can't wait for this one.
How people from different lands were oppressing other people. It's a very sad journey.
Wait, what? Did I miss something? Like the guy who hit the kid, was he a tourist too, or what? You gave a poor kid a chocolate bar, and now you learned about oppressing people in other countries? What?
And one that we still live today.
Yeah, okay. Do you live it today? Are you oppressing others given the country you live in, regardless of your, hereditary origins or whatever? I mean, you're Canadian. Is Canada oppressing India right now, by any chance? Okay, gratuitous pausing for effect, circling that one. Already there. Got it.
The next story I want to share with you is young Andre, teenage Andre. And he wants to enter into a relationship. So I was approaching girls, wanted to have some girlfriends, and I had my aunties tell me, hey, Andre, make sure you put women above you.
Yeah, they like it on top. Oh, whoops. If there are any children listening to this, I apologize to your parents.
You treat them with respect.
Yeah. Okay.
I said, Auntie, why?
Because patriarchy is evil and you need to be subservient to women. Because patriarchy is, you don't want to be an evil patriarch, do you?
Why would I put them above me? Aren't we supposed to be equal? I'm being taught we're all equal.
Yeah, that's what feminism teaches us, doesn't it?
Everyone treat each other equally.
Yeah.
But they started realizing why.
Oh.
Because they hadn't been treated equal.
Oh, they hadn't been. So you need to compensate for the sins of others by being deferential and treat them unequally. That makes no sense.
My mom, the women of her generation, the women before that, had not been treated equal.
Oh my God. So now you need to treat them as superior and yourself as inferior to make up the difference?
And so to put them above was to make them equal again.
No.
And with the Me Too movement, that became true.
With the Me Too movement, that became true. What?
We started seeing the river that we're swimming in, the stories that made us.
What?
And broken men create broken men.
What? Did he lose? Did the needle of his mental record player just skip a line? What was that?
And so my story is true.
I sure your story is truly just incoherent.
I became a broken man for a moment.
You became a broken man for a moment because your aunts told you that you needed to think less of yourself next to women. I guess I could believe that. Or did the Me Too movement bring to light that you were a terrible person beforehand or something? What are we doing here? Seriously, give me a clue. I'm really looking for a clue.
In high school, I fell in love.
Oh, okay.
And I was in a great friendship of love and intimacy.
Uh-huh.
And my partner had many highs and lows.
Uh-huh.
And I reached a low one day
uh-huh.
at a party.
Yeah.
And I was filled with anger. I was filled with jealousy.
Okay.
In hindsight, it was fear and insecurity, and I rose my hand. I slapped her in the face.
Oh, shit, son! You did what? Oh, damn! You slapped your girlfriend in high school? Jeez! I mean, after the chocolate bar? Wow, you learned no lessons there, did you? What was she doing? Huh? What caused you to do that? What triggered you? You got jealous. What, was she talking to another guy or something? All right. Well, Mr. Broken Me Too guy, what happened next?
A moment that broke her heart.
If not her nose.
That I regret.
And
I never made the same mistake twice.
You never make the same mistake twice. So you never... Okay. There's many places I could go, but this is a long presentation.
Yet as the Me Too movement emerged, the love and courage inside me revealed that I had to tell this truth. You had to tell this truth?
I think she knew the truth when it happened, and I think the people at that party knew the truth when it happened. Okay, all right. Thank you, Frosted Glass. Male feminist confirmed. By the end of this, I'm probably going to circle feminist on the bingo card as well, because he all but gave us all the definition thereof. So we'll see. He might say it before the end, though. Okay, so your truth is you are a abuser of women, at least in one instance. It was back in high school. Now, do you hold someone to account for the rest of their life for one mistake years and years ago? No, but you're the one telling this story, so tell us more about your, I don't know, redemption?
And so I called her.
Yeah.
And I apologized.
Wait. Okay, Me Too started in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, so about 3 years ago. I don't know how old our speaker is, but I'm guessing he's in his mid-30s, something like that. I'm really terrible at guessing age when it comes to middle-aged people. Something like that. So at least, we'll say at least 10 years ago, and 10 years back from 2017. So only when Me Too came around did you realize you'd slapped your girlfriend in high school and that was a bad thing, and only then did you apologize? Seems a little odd.
And she said, thank you.
Oh, well, what else?
We talked some more, and she revealed some other stories about her life that I was not aware of, the water that she was swimming in, and women around me were sharing these stories as well. So many people revealing this truth that we're all swimming in.
Okay.
And a couple of days before this talk, I called her and asked her, may I share their story?
Okay. So you're on a glorified guilt trip of yourself. All right.
Because it's not mine to share, it's ours. She said yes.
Okay.
And she also said to me, Andre,
yeah,
I didn't know I needed that apology until I received it.
Really? So from high school until 2017 or whatever, you never apologized for slapping your girlfriend. Wow. All right.
Which taught me that healing is not a linear journey, sometimes not an obvious one. And today I work in a program in my organization around women entrepreneurship, where we put women as the leaders in our economy.
Well, then what are you doing there? Shouldn't you step down and give your position to a woman? I mean, you're supposed to be putting women on top, right? So what makes you think you deserve to be in the position you're in, given the terribleness of your true nature? Or have I missed something?
And one of the leaders there talks to me about feminism as the opportunity for all genders to flourish. And so we live in a system of patriarchy. We are swimming in that waters, and it's our work to dismantle it.
System. Let's see. Where did I put systems? Systemic institutional. Counts for me. I counted. Patriarchy. Oh boy. I haven't heard patriarchy in a TEDx talk in quite a while. Let's see. Zemgoa says, Scribelet, I'm glad you're here to carefully analyze what this guy is saying as carefully as possible. That being said, to be honest, people who talk and behave like our speaker just irks me. Yeah, he's it's one of those things where you're listening to someone who obviously probably has a whole lot of deep-seated insecurity and or, dare I say the word, misogyny, who is now acting like some sort of, for lack of a better word, prophet of redemption for men by being absolutely and totally subservient to women, which is probably a false front. I'm just saying, if past is prologue. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
Now, I've become an adult. And I came here.
Have you? Have you become an adult? It took you till 2017 to apologize for slapping your girlfriend in the face? Okay.
To University of Toronto Scarborough. One of my first lecture halls was here.
Uh-huh.
I walked these halls just like many of you.
Uh-huh.
And in those halls, just like my parents, I danced. And I met a beautiful woman.
You are creepy, dude. You really are creepy. Okay.
And we fell in love.
Yeah, did you?
And we became partners.
Did you slap her too? I know. It's too soon.
And many years later, we got married.
Oh.
Moved to another city and we're expecting a child.
Okay.
And as we were expecting, someone said to me, Andre, you're nesting. What do you mean I'm nesting?
You'd never heard that phrase before. Really? Okay, I'm not going to call that an anecdote that never happened, but okay.
So you're nesting, you're building a home. And I was like, that makes sense. Like, imagine that wilderness and those birds grabbing those branches and those twigs, getting support from their community and making a home. And there I was.
Yeah, imagine someone, imagine someone coming up to you and using a metaphor, and then you reverse engineering that metaphor to mean exactly what it meant. Imagine that. You know? I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Wow, because a horse is a really big creature. So if you actually ate a horse and could eat a horse, that must mean you have a great hunger.
Building furniture and getting our home ready.
IKEA.
And when it was ready, I was ready.
Uh-huh.
The truth is, I wasn't ready.
Oh.
And so back into these halls, here I was.
What?
Starting a club on campus. What? Became the vice president of campus life.
What?
I was a research fellow in multiculturalism. I was an award recipient.
Were you ever a father?
And the truth is, I never graduated from this place.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a University of Toronto Scarborough kid.
0.5 credit away.
0.5 credits away from graduating? Dude, just take an elective in meteorology or something. Come on.
And you ask why? You're so close. You did so well. Why didn't you do it?
Because there's probably some kind of financial incentive for being a professional student. I know I'm being cynical, but I'm just being cynical.
And my heart was broken in that time. My mom died.
What?
She was my heart.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was my soul.
Okay.
When she left, parts of me were broken.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't have the emotional maturity to deal with it.
Yeah.
So I turned to drugs and alcohol to deal with it.
Well, wait a second. Okay, all right. So in high school, you slap your girlfriend, and then you quote unquote grow up, and then you go to college, then you meet the love of your life, you fall in love, you get married, you have a kid, and then you kind of set aside the whole fatherhood husband thing to go back to school to be a class president, this, that, and the other, and then your mom died, and then you start drugging yourself up. Were you taking care of your family at any point in this? Did you have a real job at any point in any of this? Or, what?
And that journey maintained with me. I wasn't able to grow from that point. Even though I grew my career, even though I was going to raise a family, I wasn't ready.
I am so confused. Probably less confused than he is, but still, I'm very confused.
And that became so clear a couple months after my son was born. We were in Montreal for a wedding.
Wait. All of this happened between the time that your wife and you got pregnant and 2 months before your son was born? So you're I don't know how long you were with your wife before you got pregnant together, but okay, so 2 months before your son was born, your mom died, you turned to drugs and alcohol, and you hadn't graduated from college. Do I have this timeline right? Are the beans in the sky again?
And my wife and I left the wedding. We had a good time.
Yeah.
We started fighting. And both our parents were there to greet us with our son.
Did you slap your wife while you were fighting? I'm sorry, I have to ask. You set it up.
And we ended up arguing, and we were fighting over who should hold our son. And then our parents started getting upset, and they were arguing with us. And there we were in the daylight of Montreal fighting.
Wow, that sounds completely ridiculous. What's wrong with you?
As a family, in front of everyone.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not right.
You're right.
And reflecting on what my son would have seen,
yeah,
I knew we couldn't live that way anymore, and we had to break a cycle.
So you slapped all your family members?
A cycle that was given to me by many of my ancestors, by my father and by my grandfathers.
What? What? The entire families on both sides are fighting over who gets to hold the baby, and that's a result of your father and grandfathers. This is Kyle. Thank you. This guy is just a plethora of failure, it seems. Yeah, but I mean, that must mean he's privileged because as we learned last time, failure is for the privileged. What? How does your father, the guy who gave up an arranged marriage and broke with tradition to be with your mother to eventually lead to you, a guy who sounds relatively brave, how is he at fault for the two sides of your family fighting over who gets to hold your baby?
Of abusing alcohol.
What? So both families were drunk while they're fighting over the baby? What?
That was the last month I ever drank alcohol.
Okay.
And I have never drank in many years since then. And I've made the commitment that I'll never drink again.
Okay, I believe you. What does any of that have to do with your families fighting over the kid? The grandfathers? What?
For my entire lifetime, my son will never see me drink.
Okay.
Now, it seems like a happy ending.
Well, I wish it was, but we still have 7 minutes left to go.
More.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Last year for my birthday, I went on a bit of a vision quest. And so when you stop drinking, you stop doing these things, you start healing, you start to blossom. And I was doing so well in my career. I even graced the cover of my business magazine in my city.
Okay, I guess.
And I wanted to find out more about myself. And so I went on this quest. 4-night fast, 3 days, 3 nights in the land, just by myself.
So you abandoned your family to go not eat in the wilderness. Oh, okay.
With the nature as guide, healer, and teacher.
Nature does not guide, heal, or teach. Nature kills. Nature's not going to help you. I hate to tell you this. Nature has all sorts of mechanisms set up to totally destroy you if you're not prepared. But I digress.
And I found out more about who I was.
And
they told me, when you go back home, you tell your family and friends who you are.
Who told? Did nature tell you that? Did nature speak to you? Were you doing anything or were you with anyone while out in nature? Are you hearing voices? I'd believe it.
And so I did.
Yeah.
Some of them supported me, and some of them met me with anger, resentment.
What? Who?
They were frustrated.
Who?
Andre, why are you leaving? What? Be home, be here with us.
Okay. So this is your family going like, why are you abandoning us? What?
And so my dad told me a story about two brothers.
Did the two brothers meet an old man and then ask, what is air? Are we going back to the fish?
One brother went into the mountains for spiritual enlightenment, to get connected to the land, to find his purpose. And the other brother stayed home and built a farm and a family, raised a family. And many years after, the brothers came together to share their experiences.
And then one killed the other, Cain and Abel, the end. Oh, no.
And so the brother with the farm grabs the sticks and throws it.
What?
Says, brother, you've been in the mountains. What have you taught us? Teach us something. How can you grab that stick for us?
What? You're going to play fetch with your brother? How can you grab that stick? What? I don't even know where. I think I'm having a psychedelic trip just listening to this guy.
And so the brother meditated, calmed himself down, gathered.
He meditated and then walked over and picked up the stick?
his spiritual energy, went for the stick. It didn't move.
Well, I mean, he wasn't a Jedi or anything.
Says, brother, you've been here on the farm with your family. What have you learned? And he said, child, please grab the stick.
I learned to create my own workforce. That's what I learned. Why pick up the stick when I have a kid to do it for me? What is going on here? I had no idea what this was going to be, and I'm still in that space.
It taught me that there's many opportunities in life to do different journeys, and when we get confronted with an or statement, Buddhism and many other cultures teach us that we don't say or.
What?
We say and.
What? Do I want peanut butter and jelly? Or sorry, do I want Thai food and hamburgers? What do you... The narrative for this video, and I'll attempt not to repeat it over and over again because I can't help myself reflexively, is what are you talking about?
Is it this or this? Yes.
No.
And through that creative energy, through that creative tension, new cultures can emerge.
What?
As I shared this talk with my wife a couple days ago,
she said, what the hell are you on?
She cried.
I'm sure she did. I'm about to as well.
I asked her, why? Why are you crying?
Because my husband is insane.
She said, Andre, I see myself in those stories, broken. And I'm also so proud of how far we've come in our healing journey.
Your healing... Okay, wait. Why were you broken? I know, I'm asking for context I'm not going to get. I understand.
Hugged with gratitude to each other.
Yeah, okay.
So the final story I want to share with you is about my son.
Okay.
He's the next generation.
Yes, literally.
And me and him, we go to the forest once a week, and we tell these stories of Pavin and bravery. We share our identities. We explore the land. We explore the land inside of ourselves.
Okay, I can't tell you how creepy that sounds. Okay, that just sounds bizarre and disturbing. And I know there's probably nothing nefarious going on there, but all the same, it just sounds really weird.
Who we are. My wife and I are very dedicated to his journey. We do the adventures of Pavin and bravery. His name's Avery. We nickname him Bravery. And I worry about the river that he's swimming in.
I also worry about the river he's swimming in, since the tributary begins with you.
And so I shared you very personal stories. But there are bigger stories around us that have caught us in that stream. That are hard to imagine ourselves letting go of. And I'm going to take us to the ocean again.
Okay.
To a larger past and potentially a larger future to explore what that story could be like. And I want you to imagine some humans. Because I come from a place that we call Europe, Asia, Africa. They take boats and they travel the oceans and they come to a place that we call Turtle Island or the Americas. And with them, they come with a version of building a society, building a culture. And to do that, they have to extract from the land and move the people out of the way. And as they extract the land, and they move. And as they extract the land, they run out of the land. What do?
Colonize, patriarch, hand over candy bars.
They move west.
Oh.
And so they grab the land, they extract the land, they take the land, they move the people, they run out. What do?
They go west?
They move west. They take from the land, they move the people, and what do?
They go west?
They move west. So there's nowhere else to go.
Except, okay.
And as we've risen to the skies, we've seen the earth from below, we know there's only one planet.
As we've risen to the skies and see the earth from below? What? Yeah, just stand there with your hands held out. It's about as productive as the last 10 minutes.
And that story of capitalism is always about growth, that we can grow. There's always more. There's always more. But now we know there's only so much that we can share.
That's capitalism to you. Expansion, resource extraction. That's capitalism. no other economic or social system does any of that, you say. Okay, interesting. Yeah, because, Russia didn't do anything like expand and extract back in the USSR days, of course. Now, they never did that. There's no conquest and takeover of resources by any other system than capitalism, I guess. Citron, thank you so much. I'd asked for some of what he's smoking, but not even I want to get that high. Dude is literally just rambling. This guy is something else. He is something else.
That story is every day in our GDPs,
what?
In our job growth, our profit growth, our inner growth. We're always trying to grow. And I'm worried about the ecological crisis. I'm worried about our planet. And I'm worried that my son's going to be part of that story.
Whatever the story is of the ecology of our planet, your son is a part of it. But, okay, you've got about 3 minutes left. For all of these problems and concerns and worries, do you have any solutions or advice or something?
It's our job to help him think about a different story. Collectively.
Yeah, collectively.
And so I want you to take you back to the forest.
Okay.
Back to that wilderness that we explored together.
Yeah, I totally was.
I'm going to share a poem by David White.
Oh, okay.
As we walk along this forest, breathing like the ones in the ancient stories. Who could cross a bed of dry and shimmering leaves without making a sound. We would come to a place.
Yes.
That feels like nowhere.
Okay.
That leads to everywhere.
This is a poem? He said it was a poem, right? And I understand not all poems have to rhyme, but okay.
With only one task, to trouble us with tiny and frightening requests. Questions that can make and unmake our lives. Questions that have been patiently waiting for us. Questions that have no right to go away.
Like, what in the heck are you talking about? Thank you, Lamented Guide. I think Tonto forgot to take his meds this morning. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Who are you?
Who are you?
What is your name?
Heisenberg.
Human.
What?
Does anyone know where human comes from, the word?
Oh, I know I've heard this before, but I don't currently recall. So, okay, if I learn nothing else out of this TEDx talk, and I think that might be the case, tell me where the origin of human comes from.
Hummus.
Oh. Okay. I guess.
The soil.
Yeah.
The land.
Okay.
It's also related to the word humble.
Oh.
We are humble land beings.
I don't know about that. It really is a person-to-person situation.
I was also embarrassed of my name once.
Okay.
In high school, my name, they called me Andre.
Yeah.
Andre.
Yeah.
But I had a middle name, Pavin.
Yeah.
And one of my friends who was enamored by Indian culture, I told her my name.
Okay.
I didn't think she would tell anyone.
What? So you kept your middle name a secret? Okay.
We come late for English class, and one day I came late to English class. I opened the door, and everyone said, "Good morning, Pavin."
Okay. So you were embarrassed by your middle name? Is it related to hummus somehow?
And they could see me.
Yeah.
Exposed.
What?
Ashamed.
What?
Embarrassed of my name.
Why?
I wasn't ready to carry that identity.
What? What?
Now, recently I went to a gathering. We went to a circle, and everyone asked me, "What is your name?" I said, "Pavin."
What? I don't understand. Why were you embarrassed by your middle name? I mean, it's not a common middle name, I guess, but then I'm thinking of it from a American Western perspective. There's a lot of things that can be middle names that don't make any sense to me, but why? What? Oh my God.
Hello.
Hi.
Proud of who I am.
Are you?
So I want to ask you.
Okay.
What is your name?
Scribelight. Now, for the purposes of this presentation, at least.
I mean it. Not
I meant it too.
the one that the Starbucks barista takes when you want to get a coffee.
Oh.
I mean, what is your name?
Oh. Mortimer. I don't know. What are you talking about?
The name that when it's spoken, you know who you are. That when it's called out, you answer because you know what your life's purpose is. You know what your journey's about.
Master.
I want you to close your eyes for a moment.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
I want you to whisper your name to yourself.
Master.
The name you want to reclaim.
Master.
Now we're in that wilderness again together. Love and courage. On the count of 3, we're going to say our names out together.
Okay.
We're going to bring our shared spirit into this room. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
Master.
I heard you.
Yeah?
I didn't feel you.
Oh.
I want to feel it. I want this room to feel our names.
Oh, yeah.
I want this room to feel our shared spirit of belonging.
Oh,
so with love, 1.
Can you
with
feel
courage, 2. What is your name?
And you feel it.
Pavan.
Yeah.
We belong to each other in this moment.
You.
Stories are medicine. Let's share them and choose to heal.
Well.
Let's apologize. Let's forgive.
What?
Let's go into the mountains.
What?
Let's raise our families. Let's confide in the ones we love, and let's share ourselves like I did with you today in front of my family, my friends, and the community I was raised in.
What is going on? I don't know.
We all have identities we're sharing.
Uh-huh.
And I'll see you along the river.
But what is going on? I've never taken LSD. I feel like I just got dosed it through the screen or something. Thank you, Megan Ring. There is a parallel universe somewhere where this talk makes sense. Well, I tell you what, guys, I had no idea what I was getting into. I just saw Identities ceremony, and I was like, I have no idea what this means. Let's find out. And what did curiosity do to the cat again? All right. Well, let's go over the bingo card. Attempt to coin new buzzword, buzz phrase. In the whole of that stuff, I don't know if there was something that I could classify as a buzzword, buzz phrase. Because it was all just gobbledygook. All right, plays victim. He was very self-deprecating. I didn't see him playing a victim. But we'll probably circle another one here in a second as related to that. Wage gap, no. And even though he brought up Me Too, that doesn't quite count. Anecdote that probably never happened. I mean, it's hard to suss out what this guy was or was not saying that was true. Like his wife crying when he gave this speech. I guess I could believe it. School to prison pipeline, no. Privilege, no. White supremacy, no. A list, he did a countdown. He said something about, I'm going to circle a list just because he gave a lot of different things about stuff and things. Thank you. This is Kyle. This video perfectly demonstrates what one's brain acts like when you're on hippieism. Trying to sound profound when you're just talking gibberish, I guess. Toxic. I don't think he ever said the word. So no. Make something about race, sex, etc. for no reason. I mean, he explained why he was, quote unquote, putting women above, I suppose. So it wasn't without reason. Didn't make any sense, but whatever. Microaggressions, unconscious bias. No. Self-vilification or wretchedness. Yeah, he did. He was a broken man. He slapped his girlfriend. Yep, all that stuff. Benevolent condescension. Not so you'd notice. Equity. Well, he talked about treating people equally, but equity is a very specific term. So no. Marginalization. No. Feminism. Yeah, I'm circling that one. If this guy isn't a male feminist, I'd be just absolutely surprised. And with that, we got a bingo. The I column on the bingo or the E column in the TEDx. We have a bingo, everyone. I'll go over the rest of the squares anyway. Takes credit for something done, experienced by others in their demographic. He said that, he was an alcoholic because his father and grandfathers drank and everything. So I'll circle that one for the heck of it. Speaker should not be in current occupation or position. I don't know what this guy does. I mean, he talked about running some kind of organization that helps create women entrepreneurs. And so far as that's concerned, I guess he's well suited, I suppose. But yeah, he didn't say he was a teacher. He didn't say he was a police officer or a lawyer or something. So as far as I know, he's still a student because he still has a half a credit or something to fulfill. And I got the hiccups. That means I got to drink more. Okay. Well, chat, if you have any, let me get the bingo card ready here for display. If you have anything you'd like to add or anything you'd like to suggest, put it in the chat now. That is the bingo card as it currently stands. We already have a bingo. Yay! So what do you guys have to say? Over to the chat. Assassin the Grey, Scribelight. My name is Who White Devil, declared destroyer of POCs, failed dreams. Look upon my works that you can never hope to accomplish and despair. Yeah, Megan Ring, he's a professional hippie. That certainly sounds like it, doesn't it? Keeverdam, maybe the chocolate bars he has were made with the same chocolate that was in the bad batch of milk you drank once. Oh, wow. Now there's a lore callback. Yeah, I suppose that might explain it. The bad batch of chocolate milk that has sworn me off chocolate milk for the rest of my life. Yeah. Oh boy, John Miller. So this is how you start a cult. I don't know what he's doing. I didn't understand 90% of what that guy said, or had no context for understanding what he was talking about. Nature metaphors and rivers and broken people and jumbled timelines, and feather and incense on the table that he used once at the beginning and never aren't you supposed to close out a ceremony once you've started it, like you've summoned the spirits, then you have to sort of thank them and dismiss them? I had a friend a long time ago who was a Wiccan, and she invited me into a couple of ceremonies before, and there was always an opening and a closing element to it because you were, welcoming in the good spirits or whatever, and then you were thanking them and dismissing them, kind of thing. I don't know if that's true there. Whatever. Anyway, let's see. Renovescio, he's a professional wife beater. I don't know. It's like I must expose this truth. I'm ready to tell this truth. Okay. You slapped your girlfriend in high school. You feel really bad about it 10, 20 years after the fact or something. So, all right. Frosted Glass, benevolent condescension toward women. Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because, they're all victims. Okay. All right. Legit. Circling benevolent condescension. Let me save that and update the screen here. All right. Good call. Good call. Let's see. Rad Chaos Tree. I stand by the original point. He is taking a class that requires you to do a TEDx talk. Oh, that would be something, wouldn't it? Megan Ring, amazing. 15 minutes of spoken English, my native language, and I still have no idea what it was about. Well, welcome to TEDx. This one's a bit more egregious than some, but yeah. Zemgoa, Scribelight, I think I said it before, but I think something's wrong with him, and I think you've said this guy has some unresolved issues. I wonder who or what brought him on stage. I don't know. He was so discombobulated that, either, I don't know. I can't diagnose somebody just looking at him on a stage. I take what they present, and that's all I can work with. And he was trying to say something. It sounded, what it sounded like? In a very jumbled, chaotic way, it sounded like someone who really, really, really felt bad about the decisions they'd made and the things they'd done in the past, and are trying to find some way to make penance, to redeem themselves or whatever. And this was one long rambling confession of sin. But that, he's not aware of what he did and now he's trying to fix it, or maybe he's going through the whole nature spiritual thing to sort of further separate himself from his own responsibility. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of armchair psychology that could go on here. Frosted Glass, Scribe, this would have been the greatest talk ever if, when he went to recite that poem, he started, "There once was a man from Nantucket." Yeah, if he came to the end and it was all like, "This has been a complete hoax." Yeah, I mean that's my ultimate goal in life, to end up on a TEDx stage and give a talk that is completely bullshit but indistinguishable from any other TEDx talk. Someday. Let's see. Lexi Mads, teaching my mom to bookmark websites on her phone. Yay. Okay, I'm back. How much did I miss? How much? I don't know. Can you quantify madness? I don't know. Renavescio, replace penance with profit and you've got my vote, Scribbles. I mean, I understand he started off by plugging his business or his organization or something, but I didn't feel like that was a sales pitch. Aside from mentioning what he does as a career, the one time really, he wasn't asking for donations. He wasn't like trying to pitch anything. He didn't say like, in the other clients I work with through this kind of thinking. Maybe it was some kind of like sideways sales pitch, but I don't know. Frosted Glass, shouldn't be in current position. He's a father. I'm a little iffy on doing it for that one. I'm talking about like occupation. I mean, I guess I was saved in a couple of the last few ones where you had somebody who was a teacher as a career, but also talking nonsense while also using their children as props. And so that question never really had to come up because the job that they possessed was questionable to begin with. But I'm hesitant to say someone shouldn't be a father short of something else to it. I mean, I've known some people who have some pretty hippie trippy parents, and they're not bad parents. So I can't make that call. Let's see. Parody Bear, lump everyone on here. That's not racism. Lump everyone on in there because that's not racism. What? I'm missing. I'm missing some context. Why'd he smack? It was the trust. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Mystery. Okay, so how is he not playing a victim when all his problems are someone else's fault? Well, no, he took responsibility for slapping the girl, and he, made a conscious effort to stop drinking. So I can't really say he's playing the victim. He tried to find reasons why, I guess, but ultimately it was his decision. So I can't say he was playing the victim. And just to wrap things up, Assassin the Grey, anecdote that never happened, did not believe any of his rambling tall tales. I mean, he was talking in metaphor, so it's difficult to say, and I don't know. But the one image that isn't leaving my mind is the two sides of his family fighting over the baby. And I just imagine like both sides of the family are gripping like one of the kid's legs and like trying to pull him apart like a wishbone or something. Just that image of like families fighting over who gets to hold the kid at their wedding. It's just so bizarre. So bizarre. But anyway, guys, that is more than enough of that. For such a long presentation, I'm actually kind of surprised I'm wrapping this up as soon as I am, relatively speaking. So there's that, because there wasn't a whole lot to pause for because I didn't know when he would stop and I didn't know when he was making a point because I don't think he did. But for whatever entertainment value it was worth, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I didn't know what it was before I went in, and I still don't know what it is now. I guess just hitting the reset button. I'm going to go have some lunch, I think. But everyone, thank you for coming out and joining me. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you so much for your generosity. I really do appreciate it. If you would like to hear more from me, or Ranting Monkey, or Satsu 2 Cents, you can find all three of us tonight on Satsu 2 Cents' channel at 6 p.m. Pacific. 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern for Lords of the Night, where we'll talk about the news of the day, news stories that you submit, what we've been up to on the intertubes, and then your questions and comments. Again, everyone, hope you're all safe and well. If you're not well, please get well soon and have a great rest of your day. I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.